Welcome to the third Talking Transformation podcast Bulletin. During the last month of September, the Talking Transformation podcast has finally broken the 1,000 listens barrier. Over 1,000 people have taken the time and the effort to listen to the podcast that we've presented over the last 3 months. At the time of our recording, we're actually at the point of 1,100 listeners. This is across the globe, more particularly in our own backyard here in South Africa. It's been a fantastic 3 months and I hope you've enjoyed it as much as I have in terms of putting this together. Thanks to all of you who have contributed to the efforts and spread the message of the work and the message of the Talking Transformation podcast. In September, we've enjoyed 3 new episodes and the voices across the built environment, from the transport industry and the issue more broadly of mobility in cities. We've heard from the African Centre for Cities and the work on the Transformation Syndicate's workshops here in Cape Town and the efforts towards aligning budgets and resources to support spatial plans and priorities within our cities. We hope you've enjoyed the conversations and still invite you to contribute via voice message, via the Anchor podcast platform, or the Twitter handle at Talking Transfo and the number 1, Talking Transfo 1. Looking to the future, we are very excited to announce a collaboration with the Architects, Planners, Engineers and Surveyor Society here in Cape Town. We're working with the committee there to host and record what we're calling a Futurecast and a year in review episode. The date has been set down for 22nd of January 2020, which is a Wednesday evening. The venue is going to be at the Cape Institute for Architects, quite familiar to many of the built environment professionals and advocacy groups here in Cape Town. We're delighted to announce that 5 eminent guests have already confirmed their attendance to be on the panel on that evening, and in no particular order or age of experience. We're going to have Barbara Southworth from the Gap Architects, Professor Francois Virli from the University of Cape Town, Jody Allemeyer from PwC, Elizabeth Fargesi, who would have concluded or be about to conclude her internship at the City of Cape Town in that month of January. And last but certainly not least, Ashraf Adam, CEO at the Nelson Mandela Development Corporation. We're also inviting one of the active non-governmental organisations in the Cape Town area to reflect, together with the panel, on 2019 as a year in review, what was good, what was bad, who or what inspired, and what, on the flip side of that coin, failed to inspire at all. Who were the heroes, who were the zeros? Then we'll flip things around and look at the year ahead, or at least the 11 months that was left then of 2020. What we can expect, what is it that we see on the horizon in terms of the challenges and the opportunities for the built environment from the professionals' perspective as well as the advocacy groups. There'll be more details to follow, but as you can imagine, we're absolutely delighted to be trying something new and to have secured the support of some of the most distinguished and youngest professionals in town to reflect on the year in review and to think ahead to the opportunities and those challenges. We get to hear the viewpoints of the academic, the seasoned pro, the new kid on the block, the dreamer and the agency CEO. And we'll be sure, as I say, to secure the voice of the advocacy groups to make sure we have a rounded series of perspectives to think both backwards and forwards. It promises to be a unique and fascinating platform. For the time being, please diarise the date, January the 22nd. It's a Wednesday night, 2020, so it's in just over 4 months' time. And we're really looking forward to, I say, hosting together with the good people at CIFA, or the Cape Institute for Architects, and our friends of the Architects, Planners, Engineers, Surveyors Society. Details of how to secure your place and be part of the audience that night, be part of the discussion that takes place with the panel, will follow in future podcasts to come. Please spread the word, get ready for another content-rich, insightful October from the team here at Talking Transformation. We're seeking to bring you new voices, new ideas, new thinking, as well as common and old school challenges that still face us today. We look forward to the next full episode of the Talking Transformation podcast coming to you in the next week or 2. For the time being, be safe and enjoy the back catalogue available via the Anchor podcast platform, Apple Podcast, Google Podcasts, Spotify. You'll find it on all of the usual platforms. Enjoy the episodes.